Joining me now is Sylvain Charlebois. He's the Senior Director of the Agri-Food Analytics Lab at Dalhousie. Good morning to you. So let's begin with what is behind the increase in costs for food that we're anticipating. It seems higher than the inflation we've already been experiencing.
Yes, so we're finishing off the year with a food inflation rate of 2.7%. So in 2025, we're expecting that rate to increase, unfortunately, anywhere between 3 to 5%. So depending on where you are in the country, it may be closer to 3%, but in other parts, probably east of Ontario, it will be close to 5%. And the two categories we'll pay attention to are meat products and vegetables. Meat products, the meat trifecta, if you will, chicken, pork, and beef, all three of them will become more expensive in 2025. And vegetables are likely to be impacted by a lower dollar versus the American dollar. And we import a lot of vegetables from outside our country, unfortunately.
And what's behind the rise in the cost of meat then, Sylvain?
So let's start with beef. Beef is the big one, I think. Canada's cattle herd is the same size as in 1987, if you can believe it. There's just no supply. It's worse in the U.S., where the herd size is at the same level as 1951. So cattle ranchers are just leaving the industry. There's less to sell. That's why a lot of people in Canada are noticing beef from Mexico these days, because there's just no product. Chicken is likely to be impacted by the avian flu, and pork is going through a upcycle right now. Futures are higher, and that's going to catch up to us eventually at the grocery store in 2025.
So the report shows that the annual food cost for a family of four will go up by about $800. What does this mean for families who are already struggling to put food on the table, Sylvain?
So it means that you have to look at your budget, and you also have to look at how you buy food, generally speaking. What we're noticing is that Canadians are really getting more strategic, and that's a good thing. They're going to different stores to get what they need. They know what they should be paying every time they go to their grocery store. 5, 10 years ago, people didn't know much about food prices. Now they are paying attention, and they know if a price is too high, and that's a good thing. The one thing I would suggest to your viewers right now is to look for loyalty programs. Grocers are looking for loyalty, and loyalty programs are way more generous now than just 6 months ago. So keep an eye on them.
The Nutrition North Canada program was introduced back in 2011 to offset high food prices. Has it been effective? What needs to happen to rein in the cost of food?
I'm glad you're mentioning the North. Every year in Canada's Food Price Report, we try to come up with a theme, an important theme for every Canadian to think about. And this year it's the Forgotten North. And it's been forgotten. Policies have been a disaster over the last decade or so. And I think we need to think about how we can produce food up north. There are technologies out there that do exist. Investing in infrastructure up north is going to be a critical path forward.
Sylvain Charlebois, he is with Dalhousie University. Thank you so much. Good to see you this morning.